Hello there. Brexit scaremongering is now approaching the industrial scale. Brexit Armageddon is upon us. Here we go with the next Brexageddon assault. No sooner had UKIP replied to the threat of no sandwiches after Brexit with a quip that the next Remoaner threat would be one of the plague than, yes, you've got it, up comes the claim that Brexit could lead to mutant strains of VD. I kid you not, the standard screams, infectious diseases such as Gonorrhea could spread more rapidly if the UK leaves the European Union, health chiefs have warned. So, is the UK, not being under the ECJ umbrella, going to mutate all those germs into hideous superbugs? No, what they're really saying is that we need to be able to continue to cooperate with the European Centre for Disease Prevention and Control and the World Health Organization once we leave the EU. That sounds much more sensible and mundane, doesn't it? But it is what is known as the silly season, the part of the year when Parliament and the law courts are not sitting, about August and September, according to the 15th edition of Brewers. Settling down a bit, a while ago at PMQs, the former Brexit Secretary David Davis asked if one of his plans to use the established EU deals as a template for a fallback trade plan would be finished and published. At that time, Theresa May said no, but the Express reports that it has now been handed to Dominic Raab to finish off, just in case. Now, if it had been handed to Ollie Robbins, you might take it seriously, but I'm afraid Raab, the Brexit intern gopher, is being kept out of harm's way beavering over this, while the establishment grown-ups work out how to stitch the UK back into the EU. Whoa, the Independent is running a petition for a second EU referendum, and they claim it has reached 320,000 in the first 3 days. I have 2 points. First, how many of them are actual, real UK voters? Second, I can remember another survey that gained 17.4 million votes to leave the EU in one single day. Now that's the one we should all be going by. Now back to Brexit scaremongering, still in full flood. And you have to wonder how many new risks and threats there could possibly be. The Guardian, who else, has a piece by Ian Jack saying that where Brexit is concerned, stockpiling food seems the only sensible response. He compares the Swedish government putting out a leaflet asking its citizens how they think they would deal with a situation that would leave them fending for themselves, with the UK going on to WTO trading terms. And it has a handy list of the sort of thing every Swede should have in the back of their cupboards in preparation for any fateful event. And the author ups the stakes with, the imposition of tariffs and the likely collapse of sterling will mean that olive oil and wine will never again be as cheap. A middle-class way of life that began in the 1960s may be coming to an end. Forgetting, of course, that it is the UK that sets the level of tariffs for goods entering the country. And then he goes into a sort of wartime reminiscence to maybe paint a picture of a post-Brexit UK full of little else other than powdered egg and corned beef. And the Independent wades in with the threat of no insulin for diabetes patients after Brexit Day. Now, just because we import all our insulin does not mean we will stop importing it after Brexit Day. In fact, why would we? And why would the supplier not be keen to keep sending it to us? And remember, the PM herself is a diabetic. I checked out diabetes.co.uk and it seems there are a plethora of firms located across the world that supply us with insulin in one form or another. As far as I can see, it does not all come from the EU. Then comes the really big question. Why do we not make insulin in the UK? Yet another industry we could be involved in. but I expect the Remoaners to say that chemistry is somehow beyond us in the UK. However, back to stockpiling, and I do have to admit to having my own Brexit Hoard carefully squirreled away for that historic day. Bollinger, check. Lobster, check. Steak, check. Chateauneuf de Pape, 1 case thereof, check. Eton Mess, check. Selection of British cheeses, check. Bottle of Isle of Jura single malt whisky, check. Asbach 15-year-old brandy, check. Cuban cigars. I don't smoke anymore, but hey, it's an occasion. Check. But what really irritates me is that all those that talk about this sort of thing always forget the seller, the one that is desperate for us to buy their goods. Also, all those EU goods vehicles and the drivers that would lie idle if we were to stop buying from across the channel. I reckon we'd see their prices drop pretty sharpish just to get their stuff over here into the shops and into our shopping baskets. What do you think? Anyway, message to Snowflake Remoaners: sleep tight and don't have Brexageddon nightmares now. So, please let us all know what you think by leaving a comment below. Thank you for watching. Please do like and share this video. And also subscribe to my channel. And when subscribing, please do remember to press on the little bell next to the subscribe button. That way you'll get an alert every single time I put up a new video. Thank you very much for watching.